What's up, Elite ThenX athletes? It's Chris here. Welcome to another video of Official ThenX. Today, I'm gonna be telling you something you don't wanna do before you start working out. And once you're able to fix this, you're gonna start performing a lot better and making a lot more gains through your training. And that one simple mistake is doing static, long stretches before you start your workout. And what I mean by static stretches is static holds for long periods of time, generally around 30 seconds or longer. In fact, if you're doing static stretches before you start training, that may actually be doing more damage than helping your athletic and muscle performance. Our muscles are very much like a rubber band, and for a rubber band to be at its maximum performance, you want to make sure that that rubber band will have tight tension and good elasticity. By holding the rubber band out to its fullest extension for a longer period of time, we have lost the power in its tension, and that is exactly what we do to our muscles when we take long static hold stretches before we start working out. We need our muscles to have that tension and elasticity to have the power during our workouts. If we already stretched all of that out, you're going to be a lot weaker. You're not going to have that power during your training session. In fact, in some cases that can even lead to injury, but I'll save that for another video. So although you generally don't want to be doing static stretches before you start your routine, you still definitely want to warm up and stretch properly before you begin your workout. And the way we'll do that is with dynamic or active stretching, where you're not actually holding a position for longer than 30 seconds, but you're doing more of a movement-based stretching. This type of active stretching is going to positively influence your power, speed, endurance, flexibility, and strength performance when used as a warm-up. Now, when it comes to training specifically, everyone's goal is different. So maybe there are some times when people might want to do some static stretches if that's what they're particularly working on that day. But generally, if you're trying to have optimal performance in your workout routine, you want to stick to dynamic stretches before you start your workout to warm up, to keep the elasticity in your muscles for the best performance during your workout. And when you're finished with your workout, that is when you want to start doing some static holds, generally 30 seconds or longer. And there's when you'll see a lot more benefits to your static stretching. In fact, when you finish your workout routine and then you start doing static stretching, you're going to begin to release a lot of that lactic acid buildup that you gained through your workout. It's also going to help reduce cramping, and it's also going to stretch out all those muscle fibers that you just worked on while training, which will help your muscle repair process. And you should know that when your muscles are repairing is when you're actually making gains, not when you're working out. When you're working out is when you're actually tearing and breaking down your muscle fibers so that they can grow back bigger and stronger. So it's in that growing phase is when you're actually making those gains. And that's where static holds after your workout routine can also help support the muscle development. So now I'm going to show you guys a dynamic stretch and warm up that you should do before every single workout, every single day. We're going to go through all the muscles in our body, starting from the top all the way to the bottom. And if you ever need a warm up before starting your workout, come back to this video and follow this routine. So let's get started. So for the first move, I like to choose something that's the least strain on the body and something super low impact so we can just get right in. So we're going to go up with our fingertips, down with our hands. When you come up, get on your tiptoes, and get a nice little stretch. Make sure to push your chest out and try to be as tall and long as possible. All right, now let's swing our arms in a circle. Now we're working on our shoulder mobility. Let's go the other way. All right, let's have two hands in front. Now this one's gonna be a little tricky. One goes up, one goes down. Let's see if you guys can do this one. All right, now the other way. All right, now we're gonna start with our forearms, wrist, and fingers. We're gonna start by pulling our fingers back just like this. Now you don't wanna hold this position for too long because then this is gonna be a static hold. And if you could do little pumps rather than a long hold, this will also work a lot better. So now let's bring our hands down, give it a little hold, some little pumps, and then we're gonna bring our wrist in, give it a little hold, little pumps, and then lastly, we're gonna twist our wrist. So our wrist will be stretched in every direction. All right, next hand. All right, shake those off, guys. Let's put our hands together, give it a little roll. All right, now we're gonna move into our neck. Let's look up, down. Give it a full range of motion. Now left, right. A lot of times the neck is what holds a lot of the strain in your body, so you want to make sure to really stretch out that neck really good, especially, oh, there's some cracks right there, especially if you're trying to prevent injury and you're trying to have maximum performance. All right, let's do a little roll. Now, if you hear little cracks and adjustments being made, that's great. You want to make sure that's not hanging around while you're training. So that's the whole purpose of warming up and stretching. Your body is like a car. As soon as you turn the car on, if you just take off without giving your engine a chance to warm up, eventually the car's engine will not be working to its optimal performance. Also keep in mind when you're going through these different motions that you're going soft and you're not going super hard at the beginning. So this is the next one. Start off soft and then give it some light pumps. All right, other arm. Over the head. Some light resistance. All right, so for the elbow and the joints right here. Okay, let's twist side to side. Stretching our back, rear delts, core. All right, we're gonna have our legs a little wider than shoulder width apart, and we're gonna push forward in our hips and lean back. Stretching the core, lower back, lats, hips, and inner quads. And just hold this for a couple seconds, then come forward. Now we're pushing our hips back and flexing our hamstrings and our calves, as well as our lower back. All right, come back up. Now we're gonna push the hips to the side. You should feel that in your inner thighs. Bring your hand over, and you should feel in your obliques. All right, other side. Okay, let's do circles with the hips. You should feel it working all the ligaments and muscles around your hip area. Go the other way. All right, now we're gonna go all the way down, touch the ground, give it some light pumps. Grab one side, other side. Come back to the middle and bend one leg, come down. Get some nice pumps. Other side. All right, come back up. We're gonna hit our outer quads and hamstrings. Come down on one leg, and the other leg. All right, let's make a lunge position. For the glutes, hamstrings, quads, core, hip flexors. All right. Let's bring our legs up for the hip flexors, glutes, and hamstrings. All right, now the opposite way. You should feel all of that in your quads right there. Other foot. Bring up one leg and work the mobility in your knee. Give me little circles one way and little circles the other way. All right, moving on to the mobility in our ankles. Do little circles one way, circle the other way. Other foot. All right, let's come up to this wall right here. Stretch out our calves. So put your foot up against the wall, heel on the ground, and lean forward. Some light pumps. Other foot. All right, lastly, we're gonna make it down to the floor. My favorite move right here, butterflies. And put our feet together. Hold by your toes and just let those hip flexors relax and move your knees so that you have motion in those hip flexors so you can warm them up. There, I just heard another crack right there. So there we go. Getting our body warmed up. All right. So typically after this, I would go right into a warm-up, something like jumping jacks, mountain climbers, and burpees, those 3 exercises, 3 rounds, 60 seconds each, or exercises just like that, about 2 or 3 in a row. That's generally a whole body exercise, and that gets your heart rate up instead of a super hard exercise right off the bat. So there you have it, guys. This is how I stretch right before going into a workout routine. You wanna do this stretch every single time before you work out, so come back to this video and play it right before you get into your workout routine. And remember, if you wanna increase or at least maintain your performance in the gym, then you wanna do dynamic stretching before you start training. Save your static stretches for after you finish training. Now that doesn't mean that it's any less important than active dynamic stretching. In fact, the more you train your static holds, the more you will increase your flexibility, mobility, and range of motion, which is gonna get you a whole lot stronger and perform a whole lot more in the gym. You just wanna make sure that you're doing it after you're done training or on a day where that's specifically what you're trying to train. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely smash that like button if you learned something. Share this video with a friend that's trying to stretch right before their workout routine and make some serious gains. And comment down below and let me know what you want the next video to be about. In fact, if you comment within the first 30 minutes of any upload, you always have a chance to win some free ThenX apparel. We post every Sunday, 8 p.m. USA Eastern Time, so subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're trying to get in the best shape of your life, then sign up right now to ThenX.com and get full access to all our workout programs, technique guides, and daily workouts. Download the ThenX app in the App Store to take our workouts with you everywhere and join the millions of other ThenX athletes around the world getting in the best shape of their lives. Check out the new Weight Best colors dropping on chrisharriott.com, and I will see you at the LA Fit Expo in just a couple days. Definitely pass by the booth so I can meet you and you can pick up some ThenX and Harry apparel. Before I go, for everybody asking about the music that's on the ThenX and Chris Harriott channel, I'm going to be putting all these tracks up on my SoundCloud, so go ahead, give me a follow on SoundCloud, and you'll be able to get the music from there. Don't forget to check out my new single called Patient. It's available to buy and stream on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, all the platforms, and I will see you next Sunday. Mad love. Peace out.
Listen right here, little mama, you bad. The way I make it feel like you just got the bag. With that Benny and that Gucci, you know that I am. I ain't tryna brag. I'ma be